My name is Choi Seongwoo. I enlisted at 20 and was assigned to a frontline armored unit near the border. Every morning at 4 a.m., the wake-up bugle pierced the silence. The moment I opened my eyes, the -20-degree air stabbed my lungs. We washed with ice-cold water until our fingertips lost all feeling. Get up, assembly in 5 minutes, the instructor's shout echoed through the barracks. Doyun, sleeping in the next bunk, moved at the same frantic pace. He came from Pyongyang. From day one, he stood out. He spoke little, and his eyes held something different. Training was brutal. Even in sub-zero weather, we ran 20 kilometers in full gear. A twisted ankle meant nothing. Stopping meant being labeled weak-willed, which led to public self-criticism sessions. During tank maintenance training, the instructor spoke in a cold voice. "You are worth less than this tank. The tank is state property. You are replaceable parts." I touched the frozen steel plate. The temperature of the metal penetrated to my bones. Every evening brought ideological education. Over 100 soldiers crammed into a narrow auditorium. The political officer climbed onto the platform and shouted, "Beyond the border is hell. Humans exploit humans, and the streets are filled with the starving dead." Everyone nodded. I nodded too. Not doing so meant being noticed. Self-criticism sessions were worse. One soldier stepped forward, voice trembling. "This morning, I failed to maintain reverence while viewing our great leader's portrait. My spirit was lax." Applause erupted. I clapped too. Not clapping meant suspicion. 2 months passed this way. One night, I stood guard duty at a watchtower facing the border fence. My hands were so cold I kept putting them in and out of my pockets. That's when I saw lights in the distance. Beyond the border, from the place we'd been taught was hell, lights shone. Too bright, too many. Is that really hell? As I muttered this, someone spoke beside me. Probably not. I turned, startled. Doyun stood there. "You're on guard too?" "Yeah." Our shifts overlapped. We stared at those lights in silence. Only the wind howled. "Seongwoo." "Yeah? What if everything we learned was a lie?" I couldn't answer. Answering felt like crossing a line with no return. One day in March, the entire unit assembled. Early morning, everyone gathered in the courtyard. A pole stood at the front with a soldier tied to it. The platoon leader grabbed a megaphone and shouted, "This man is a traitor who tried to betray the motherland. He attempted escape and will be executed in the people's name." My heart pounded wildly. That soldier was from my platoon. His name was Kim Minho. 21 years old. Minho raised his head and cried out, "I just wanted to live like a human being." Gunfire erupted. 5 shots. Minho's body went limp. Nausea rose in my throat, but I suppressed it. Beside me, Doyun stood with a pale face, fists clenched. "That's our future," Doyun whispered quietly. That night, I met Doyun in the tank maintenance bay. Neither of us could sleep. "Seongwoo. I'm getting out, or I'll die here." Doyun's eyes were red. I stared at him for a long moment, then nodded. "Let's go together." From that moment, our plan began. For a week, we acted like model soldiers. We trained harder than anyone, shouted slogans, loudest during ideological sessions. Then we volunteered for night maintenance duty. We claimed tank inspection was needed and raised our hands. "Good initiative. You do it." The platoon leader approved. The day arrived. March 17th, Saturday night, 11 p.m. Only we two were in the maintenance bay. One tank waited under the pretext of inspection. AT-62 tank. Old but still operational. "Ready?" Doyun asked. His hands trembled. Mine trembled too. "Ready." The fuel tank was full. We prepared it bit by bit over several days. I started the engine. It roared to life. Vibrations shook my entire body. "Let's go." The tank began moving. We rammed through the maintenance bay shutter. Crash. The sound of tearing metal split the night. The alarm sounded. Sirens covered the entire base. "Stop. Stop immediately." A megaphone blared, but we kept driving. Toward the fence. Toward the border. Gunfire erupted. Bullets ricocheted off the tank's exterior. Doyun, you okay? Yeah, keep going. I turned on the headlights. The fence appeared. Triple layers of barbed wire and a minefield. Hold on. The tank accelerated. 60 kilometers. 70. Crash. We broke through the first fence. Metal screamed and tore. Crash. Crash. Second and third fences breached. Mines exploded. Boom. The tank shook but didn't stop. Behind us, pursuit vehicle lights appeared. Machine gun fire followed. Rat-tat-tat-tat. Seongwoo, there. Doyun pointed to lights from the border's opposite side. Flash the headlights. I turned the headlights on and off repeatedly. Like an SOS signal. I stopped the tank. The engine breathed roughly. So did we. We have to get out. What if they shoot? We still have to. Otherwise they'll shoot anyway. I opened the hatch. Cold air poured in. Stars appeared. I'd never seen so many stars. I raised both hands above my head. Doyun followed. Don't shoot. We're defectors. I shouted at the top of my lungs. My voice trembled. A searchlight hit us. Blinding. But no gunfire. Someone approached. Armed soldiers. Weapons aimed but not firing. Any weapons? No. Get down. We lay on the ground. The cold earth touched my cheek. I felt alive. The investigation was long. Days of identical questions. Name, unit, rank, reason for escape. Family? The investigator's voice was careful. I don't know. It's confirmed. Your mother and younger sister were executed 3 days ago. Guilt by association. Hearing this, I couldn't speak. No tears came. Just emptiness. Doyun's family too. Father, mother, younger brother. All shot. We lost our words for days. Now I live in a small city. I work in a factory. An ordinary life. Sometimes I can't sleep at night. I hear Minho's last cry. My mother's face appears. My sister's laughter echoes. Doyun lives in another city. We call occasionally. We don't say much. Just confirm we're alive. Do I regret it? I don't know. I'd probably make the same choice again. But the weight of that choice. I'll carry it my whole life. Freedom wasn't free. It was the result of a choice, and that choice always demanded a price. I paid that price. I'm still paying it, but I'm still breathing, still alive. That's everything.